You know the recipe.
Chivalry is dead, don't you?
How you drinking? It's Saturday. Why you?
Water is the only thing in the universe. You know the recipe, and you can't make none.
Say it one more time, Cat, for the people in the back.
Uh-huh. For anything else, if you want to make it, you just need the recipe. And as soon as you get it, you can make you some. Not this, though. God made this. And we all know the recipe. H to the 2 to the O. If you put an H and an O together by yourself, you just have a hoe. And you can lead a hoe to water, but she ain't gonna make none. You notice they don't even talk about the war on drugs no more? You think that's because there ain't no more war? Or there ain't no more drugs? Because for the first time in history, black people ain't making none of the drugs. I'm gonna tell you a statistic that's gonna blow your mind. There are 0 niggas making fentanyl.
Look at white people.
What? You better believe it, white people. We would notice if niggas was dropping dead for nothing. I looked up fentanyl. That shit is beyond dangerous. I said, what you got to do to die? They said, touch it. And that's when I knew niggas ain't involved in this. We like to touch everything we buy. We would notice niggas dying at the purchase.
Now, I heard a woo. Do we have people in the house from the UK? All right, let me tell the rest of the people about you. I love it whenever people from the UK come here to the United States, because when we hear you speak, you sound incredible, you sound amazing, you sound educated, you sound inspirational. That accent is so proper. It is so proper. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. We're drawn to whatever it is. You could be talking about trash. It sounds amazing. Who could leave all this rubbish here? This is such a travesty. This is all this destruction here all over the sidewalk. Someone must tend to this at once. This is ridiculous. People are listening in. I don't know what happened over there, but the shit hit the fan. That guy from England is pissed. I don't know. What the hell is rubbish? See, it's very different. Now, when one of us goes over there, man, it's very, very different, because, see, we don't sound the same as them. As a matter of fact, as Americans, we have a certain way with the English language. Do you understand how we sound to them? I mean, seriously, do you know how they look at us when they hear us speak? We sound like this to them. I'll tell you right now, the other day I was hanging out with Phil, right? That son of a bitch come over to the house. We had ourselves a good old time. It was just me and Phil. And by the way, if you sound like that here tonight, I'm just kidding. There's just jokes. Don't feel like just, I'm gonna wait for his ass outside. I see how funny he is when he gets the parking lot. Fluffing my ass.
I was in China. I found out that it's not Western, but it's very similar. Like, I went to a club in China, and Chinese kids party just like American kids. The only thing different about the club was the music, because they kept rocking the same song. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. I'm just kidding. No, that song is huge.
You can't do that.
I turned on the R&B station. They had a black guy singing it. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. And the DJ came on and said, that's right, ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding is sweeping the nation. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding, number one for 1,800 years straight.
Oh, man.
And it's funny, when you're African, people make a lot of strange assumptions. And it's not even from malice. I had a woman who was clearly a fan approach me after a show. She was a posh lady in Oxford. And she was like, oh, you're so funny. You're so funny. It's so inspiring. I love you so much. It's so inspiring. You've come so far. It's so inspiring how you came from nothing. And I was like, what is this woman on about? And the more she spoke, I realized what had happened. She grabbed hold of the fact that I'm from Africa and just started telling herself stories, imagining I grew up in some refugee camp or something like that. This woman had watched way too many charity ads. She kept saying, how do you speak such good English? You've come so far. And yes, Malawi is one of the poorest countries in the world, but I wasn't. We had a Volvo. And I know you're all worried right now because you've had that post-Brexit divorce talks. Will you get a good deal? Will you get a bad deal? If you get a bad deal, don't worry. I've got the backup plan for you. Join the African Union. We'll take you. Think about it. Your money's been devalued. You had MPs fiddling expenses. You're practically African. I know I cross the line sometimes, and actually, Simon, yesterday you said you like that I'm non-PC, but the brilliant thing is, in the UK, I can be non-PC. I can cross the line. The worst that will happen is one of you will send a complaint letter. I can do jokes about your government, no problem. This is not the same rules in Africa. You think I would ever go to Zimbabwe and do a Robert Mugabe joke? You think I'll go to North Korea and do a Kim Jong-un joke? It would be, Britain's got arrests. I don't understand the British. I saw a beautiful British woman looking at a mirror upset. I said, what's going on? She said, can't you see? It's a fat mirror. I said, what do you mean the mirror's fat? She said, this mirror makes me look fatter than I really am. I said, wow, I think my eyes have the same problem. Was not mocking her. Don't be angry with me. It was a cultural misunderstanding. I'm from Africa. It's different. When we see someone overweight, we don't think go on a diet. We're more like, where did you get the food? I think we gotta follow her home. As much as I get these hateful people messaging me, I will say this, that, you know, it's pockets of nutters. Pockets. Because I can say this, I've lived in 9 different countries, and by far the UK is the most accepting place I've ever lived. It is. Because most of you could not give a fuck. I would go so far as to say you hate each other more than foreigners. In a barbershop in Liverpool, someone actually said to me, you're black, at least you're not a mank. And the racists you do have are lazy. You have lazy racists in the UK. Like, you know what destroyed the British National Party? The BNP were defeated by admin. They forgot to file the paperwork to renew their status as a party. And you know what must drive them crazy? I bet they know if they had a few immigrants working in the office, we would have knocked that deadline out. Well, don't worry. No, you got to understand. I know why I was defended, because you've got to understand that Africans have to live with a lot of stereotypes. It's part of the problem, is that people read what they read about Africa and they think it defines the whole nation. And so you get weird things, like I was going to do a gig in Kenya, and people said to me, oh, don't go to Kenya. There's Boko Haram there, they'll blow you up. I went there, nobody blew me up, it was a beautiful country, it was lovely. Then I was going to South Africa. People were like, oh, don't go to South Africa, it's violent. I went there, it wasn't violent, I was fine. I guess there was violence, none of it affected me, I was happy. Came back. I was going to Nigeria, and someone said, don't go to Nigeria. They're crooks, they'll rob you. I went there, they were crooks, they robbed me. Some uncomfortable people are saying, oh, is he offended? No, don't worry. It's like, they know. It's like Nigerians are the Scousers of Africa.
I smoke weed and I watch nature shows, you know. And I was watching one episode, they were talking about the bees. Now, the plight that the bees are going through on the planet right now is like really serious. Like these bees are dying by the hundreds of thousands and all over the world. And then this narrator said that if all the bees on the planet died, that the birds would be next and then us. And I'm sitting there with my boy and I'm like, we gotta save the bees. I feel you, Monto. I like honey in my tea, you feel me? The narrator went on to say, the European bee is a much more kinder, gentler bee as opposed to the Africanized bee, which is a much more aggressive, hostile bee. Really? You just gonna try to sneak racism into the bug world? Like European bees are just floating around like, zzz. So what are we going to do today? I don't know, maybe we can pollinate that flower. Look at the sun, yes, I love it. Like the African bees in his beehive, like who the are we going to sting today? Wish I had one of them cool European accents. Because that's how you get the chicks. You can walk up to them and say anything. Tell me something. What type of panties are you wearing? Get away from me. Tell me. They're blue. I like that. Take them off. Get away from me. Off. I can't believe I'm there. Gotta have one of them cool European accents. You can't be American. Hey girl, what kind of drawers you got on? Against the wall, sexual harassment. Let's go.
I've been to jail before, twice, not as a prisoner. One time was from childhood. I was suspended from school 23 times during February. I wasn't bad, though. I was just mischievous. I got hold of all my teachers' home phone numbers. At the time, I thought it was funny. I was calling in death threats. I know that's bad, man. You know, my English teacher, Mr. Johnson, I called him up. He was all nice on the phone.
Hello? Johnson residence. Is this Mr. Johnson? Yes, it is. And who might this be? You're a done man, Johnson. Who is this? Shut up, punk! You're gonna die unless you change Davy Chappelle's grades.
I don't know how he caught me. After that, they put me in a program called Scared Straight. Have you ever heard of this? This is where they put bad kids like me in prison. And the prisoners yell at us. They tell us scary stories. You know, they try to scare us into being good. And the other kids were scared. But I was not scared. I was just heckling the guy. Hey, shut up, you convict. Like, I'm going to take advice from you. You look like a person that made all the right choices in life. Wrap this up. I got to be out of here by 3. What time you leaving? The other time I went to jail was, had nothing to do with me, really. I was just bailing a friend of mine out of jail, which is probably no big deal to you, but if you're a black dude, you know, you got to walk right into the belly of the beast. You don't want to. A black dude wants to go to jail. I was scared. I had to look non-threatening. Hey, how are you? I'm here to bail out a friend of mine. Oh, okay. While you're here, you do fit a description. If you'll just walk this way.
Oh, you women can be cruel, man. Women will jump out your bed and tell a grown man, you know what? Your thing is little. You don't know what you're doing. Hey, ladies, why would you tell a grown man his thing is little? What, you trying to destroy him? You done messed up his confidence, his self-esteem. Now you got a grown man wandering in traffic. And what's making him feel twice as bad is he know it ain't growing no more. Oh, you ladies can be cruel. Y'all always hollering about size this and size that. Well, ladies, hey, I don't know what to say. Big ain't even big enough, let y'all tell it. So I would like to know what's next, huh? How happy would you be if you happen to get that super fella you're looking for? And he come through there and bust one of your kidneys. Huh? Yep. How happy would you be then? Yeah, you got laid, but you on dialysis now. Thank you very much, y'all. Thank you.
You know what I mean? It's so what's wrong with you? You just got out the zoo?
I was once poor. And I know that the only difference between a poor black person and a poor white person is that a poor white person feels like it's not supposed to be happening to them. Everything else is the same. I know what it's like to have a cold house. I wasn't allowed to touch the thermostat growing up without asking my father. And it would be fucking freezing in the house. I'd be like, Dad, please, can I please just turn the heat up to like, I don't know, 32? It's really cold. And my dad would say, just put more clothes on, David. Got all three of my outfits on, nigga. When you look at me, I'm freezing up here. And he said, just don't think about how cold you are, David. And I said this, I didn't say it to him, but I said it in front of him so he could hear it. I said, I fucking hate being poor. And my dad got really upset. He didn't scream or holler, that wasn't his way. He just threw his newspaper on the floor and he said, David, 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 you are not poor. He said, poor is a mentality. He said it's a mentality that very few people ever recover from. Don't you forget it, son. You are broke.
I've been to jail before, twice, not as a prisoner. One time was from childhood. I was suspended from school 23 times during February. I wasn't bad, though. I was just mischievous. I got hold of all my teachers' home phone numbers. At the time, I thought it was funny. I was calling in death threats. I know that's bad, man. You know, my English teacher, Mr. Johnson, I called him up. He was all nice on the phone.
Hello? Johnson residence. Is this Mr. Johnson? Yes, it is. And who might this be? You're done, man, Johnson. Who is this? Shut up, punk! You're gonna die unless you change David Chappelle's grades.
I don't know how he caught me. After that, they put me in a program called Scared Straight. Have you ever heard of this? This is where they put bad kids like me in prison. And the prisoners yell at us. They tell us scary stories. You know, they try to scare us into being good. And the other kids were scared. But I was not scared. I was just heckling the guy. Hey, shut up, you convict. Like, I'm going to take advice from you. You look like a person that made all the right choices in life. Wrap this up. I got to be out of here by 3. What time you leaving? The other time I went to jail was, had nothing to do with me, really. I was just bailing a friend of mine out of jail, which is probably no big deal to you, but if you're a black dude, you know, you got to walk right into the belly of the beast. You don't want to. A black dude wants to go to jail. I was scared. I had to look non-threatening. Hey, how are you? I'm here to bail out a friend of mine. Oh, okay. While you're here, you do fit a description. If you'll just walk this way.
But you women changing now. Y'all getting jobs. Y'all say y'all don't want a man. If he's unemployed, y'all swear y'all don't want him. Hey, ladies, you better think about it. Oh, y'all clapping? Hey, we've been taking care of y'all broke butts too long for that attitude. That's right. That's right. Y'all need to calm down. That's right. Hey, if you think about it, look at it like this. Spousal abuse is at an all-time high right now. Having a broke fella got to have some advantage. A broke fella can't even argue about nothing, can he? As soon as he start arguing, all you got to say is, hold on, you ain't even working. He gonna calm right down. Damn, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I'm gonna go on in there and finish washing dishes. Huh? That's about all he can do, huh? He'll be a fool to be punching you and ain't punching the clock nowhere. If you don't want your name at child support, stay with your woman. Because the moment you say, bitch, well, fuck you too, a computer start typing your name at the printer court. Fuck around there and leave. Jump up and grab some shit up and leave. In 3 days, the mailman come, say you owe $200,000 motherfucking dollars. I wouldn't give a fuck what it is. You come home, find another man in your bed. If you got her downstairs, go on down there and sleep on the couch. When you see her in the morning, just tell her, bitch, I owe you one. And leave it the fuck like that. You don't want to be single today. You go out here today talking about, well, I'm on something new. Trust me, it's some new shit out here. It's some shit out here that's so new, the doctors are scared. It ain't shit for a doctor to come in his office and look at a motherfucker and say, look here, my man, first of all, I don't even fuck with that kind of shit. And I want to know who told you to come here. Okay, you gonna have to get up out my office. You can keep that chair, motherfucker. Just go ahead on. Pretty